Oh, there once was a hero named Lucien Flavius, not built like a soldier, but as bold and as confident, wielding magical spells and knowledge aplenty. He strikes dragons out of the sky. Bum, 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 bum. Howdly do. Welcome on this very, very hot day once again. It's far too hot. It really is. I don't know whether the sound of the fan is a lot, by the way. It probably is picking up on the mic. Yeah, it is. I can see the mic thing going. Do let me know if it gets too bothersome and I can maybe put it further away from me. But yeah, it's too hot. How are you? How are you all doing? New and redeemed hydrate. Well, I am well prepared, for I have a cup of tea. You can't hear me. Have you tried unmuting? Hello, hello, hello. Having on a mute won't help. So the viewer count is broken again today, it looks like, because it was doing this yesterday. And oh, thanks so much for the bits, Fickle. Yeah, so that's really kind. Thank you. But yeah, it's telling me there are only 6 of you again. And yet there are way more than 6 people talking in the chat. So I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's more than just my counter, because on Twitch it was telling me at the end that my average was only like 12 for the stream yesterday. And that was just not true. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm assuming there are people here and that you're talking to me, which is wonderful. So hello. Oh, lots of treats redeemed for Grey. Yep. Once again, she's not here, but if she shows up during the course of the stream, I will give those treats to her. And if she doesn't, by the end of the stream, I'll redeem your, I'll refund your points. Let me just log into my stream manager so I can see you guys in the chat. Hello, the cold yet calm ice. You are very welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Stream manager, there we go. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bum ba bum. Don't know why that's in my head. Superman theme. There you go. She does deserve all the treats. It's very true. Oh, I'm sorry you're nervous about your surgery tomorrow, Shiva. I'm sure it will all be fine. It will all be fine. It's probably a bit scary now, but these things, you know, I'm sure it'll all work out okay. And we'll all be thinking of you. But I'm sure there's nothing to worry over. A cup of the tea we like. Right. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I have got that set up. That's all good. So we're going to want to open up the creation kit because we're doing more modding. Oh, yay. Thanks so much for the sub, Magmatic Web. Thank you. That's really kind. Tiny Lucian's enjoying his sweet roll. Okay, that can go for now. Do 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 da 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 do 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 do. Posture check. Thank you. I'll lift up the mic so that makes me sit up a bit straighter. There we go. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin, oh he lives in the bin. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin, oh his patience is thin. Da dun 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 din, da dun 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 sin, zibadin, zabadoo, da bum bum bum. Little remix for you there. Sorry, just setting things up. What's my t-shirt? My t-shirt is Salt Rock. I got this on holiday down at Woolacombe Beach. I was on holiday with my girlfriend and her family, and we went into a shop, and I thought this looked like a nice t-shirt, so I purchased it. Tiny Lucian is best Lucian, it is true. You should know, Shiva. You are his creator. Right, so creation kit. And of course got to summon my guest star. Where is he? Where is he? Come on, Tiny Lucian, out you come. Oh, thanks, Yellow Ego Cat. That's very kind of you to say. Hello, Zooey! Right, let's pop the camera across to the old... Where's the thing? Screen with camera. There we are. I think Indigo has fleas. I liked that line too. I'm glad you liked it. I mean, it's true. He does. He will tell you himself quite happily. But yes, it's lovely to have you here, the cold yet calm ice. I've not seen you on stream before. Thank you so much for showing up. What you could do, unless you've already done it, of course, is you could wiggle your mouse over to that follow button, that little heart. I think it's a heart, and you could click that, and it would go gling, and it would say you've been following me, and that would be great. I'd like that. Well, not follow me in real life, but you know, it would say that you follow me, and that would make me very happy. And then you wouldn't miss streams in the future, you know, because it would ping you. You'd see me there, and then you'd know when I'm streaming. So you could do that if you wanted, you know. Just an idea, putting out there, balls in your court. Right, I'm trying to find the camping patch. Yes, Tiny Lucian is adorable. Here he is. Yee. He's very sweet. Shiva made him using the Shimiji app. Bear in mind, of course, she is not the creator of the Shimiji app, so she cannot help you with any technical issues. So please don't contact her if you run into any trouble with Tiny Lucian yourself. But Tiny Lucian, the animations were made by Shiva, and I love him. Where is it? I'm just scrolling up and down, and I'm not actually doing what I need to do. Lucian camping. There we are. There we go. Let's fire that baby up. Yes, I am the dev of Lucien Flavius, so there we go. Hello, Voslarum. Oh, see you, Freya Hawk. Thanks for dropping by, however briefly. Feeding Doggo is a very good, important task to be doing, so wonderful. It's a me, Voslarum Zero. Hello, let me try that again. Hello, Megasocky! What is up? What is up is I am working on the Creation Club camping patch that we wrote last time, including that short story that Lucian will tell you about Jakayla the Khajiit, if you're with him around a campfire, which I'm looking forward to recording today. So I'm going to be voicing that spooky story that we wrote, which is under scenes. Here it is. That is a darn heck of a lot of dialogue. So it's going to take me a while. And I think he ought to have some kind of concluding remarks to say about it after it's done. Jakayla, fuzzy little son. Last time I did not do campfire mod. Last time I did camping. Camping is the Creation Club file. It's a very important distinction. It's not for the campfire mod and won't work if you try and use it with that. This is for the Camping Creation Club file. Yes, I'm still working on that today because we didn't finish last time. I've set up a lot of dialogue, but it all needs recording, and it needs implementing, and it needs testing. So we're going to be finishing off writing the dialogue today, and recording and testing it in the game. And then if we have any time at the end, we might start on another one. We'll see. Jakayla, Defense Squad, you must protect Jakayla. Looking forward to the Jakayla fanfics. Right. And I like the fact that we've written this story just for this patch, because it's a throwaway patch that not many people will use, a small proportion of people will use, but the fact that we've got a really unique story in here that's something completely original to this from the rest of the mod, you know, it means that this isn't just a it's not just a throw away a few extra lines, you know, there's actually some reason to download this. So I really like having that. I think it gives depth to what otherwise would more or less just be an Easter egg. So thank you for encouraging me to do this, guys, last time. Right. The end? Was it true? I have no idea. But it's spooky, isn't it? cool. And then we can leave it at that. And then he can face the player for that bit. So all of this, he won't face the player necessarily. Or do we want him to face the player? I wish I could make him face the campfire, but I can't. I could make him face the marker, but that doesn't necessarily align with the campfire itself. Out of curiosity, do I have any recommended mods? Oh boy, I use a heck of a lot of mods. I use hundreds. What do I recommend? Ooh, off the top of my head, some random favourites in no particular order, and absolutely it is not an inclusive list. Indigo, you should absolutely get Indigo. If you like Lucian, you'll love Indigo to bits. Ori, Song of the Green, is another follower that Lucian interacts with, which is fantastic, and you should definitely check it out. It's by Merrigan/Warabiki, who's a lovely person, and it's a really brilliant mod. I love that. I've recently been playing in my... so, I have a Let's Play series called Lucian the Dragonborn. If someone could pop a link to that in the chat, that'd be brilliant, or otherwise I can do it myself. But I have a Let's Play series called Lucian the Dragonborn, where I roleplay as Lucian, playing through the game. And we play through several mods, and one of the ones we've just been playing through is The Forgotten City, which is an absolutely fantastic story mod. That I really cannot recommend highly enough. It's brilliant. It's won Writers Guild Awards and everything. You know, rightly so, because it's amazing. So that I very, very thoroughly recommend. If you want to see what it's all about, you could check out my series where I show you it. Kaiden, I thoroughly recommend. Kaiden is a brilliant mod. Another wonderful follower. Oh, thanks so much for the link, Nuna. That's really helpful, thank you. So the link Nuna's just put in the chat. I was just trying to find it here, but Nuna's got there first, so thank you. There's a link there to the series if you want to check that out. I also show off Legacy of the Dragonborn, which is a brilliant mod. It's a massive mod. Adds a museum for you to store all your artifacts you collect around Skyrim, but it has a whole quest line and NPCs and everything, and it's brilliant. So that's pretty amazing. Worm's Tooth is a new lands mod I'm particularly partial to. Love that. It's difficult to get hold of these days. You have to go to, you have to Google it. It's not on the Nexus. But that's fantastic. Obviously, Beyond Skyrim Bruma. It's brilliant, worth playing. You probably already know that. I've always loved Moonpath to Elsewhere. But I appreciate that one has aged a bit now. But that one will always have a special place in my heart. It's one of the first mods I ever played. That's brilliant. Interesting NPCs. If you've not played that, you need to get that. Interesting NPCs is like 10 different follower mods in one. Interesting NPCs is fantastic. It adds so many new, really deep, interesting characters with amazing voice acting and quests and all sorts. It's like an enormous mega mod. It's like 10 mods in one. Get interesting NPCs if you don't have that. Any others I might recommend? Any others of my favourites? There's masses. I could go on all day. I really could. And if I'm missing off any mods, it's because I'm not thinking of them at the moment, but there are loads more I could recommend to you. Those are probably my top ones that I can think of. But anything else, you know, obviously Sky UI. Those are all the Sky UI, SKSE and all of that. There's a Display Tweaks mod that's fantastic. Yeah, there's a mod called Display Tweaks that lets you play at greater than 60 FPS with no issues, which is brilliant, so that's worth picking up. Yeah, I'll probably think of more during the course of the stream. But yeah, if you check out my series, my Lucian the Dragonborn series, I demo loads of mods in there, and you can check my mod list of all the mods shown in each video in the description. So anything that I'm playing with in that series, I thoroughly recommend. So have a look at that, and you'll see all my recommendations there. Hope that's helpful. I might have just listed a whole bunch of stuff you already have. I don't know. And I know I've missed off loads of fantastic mods. So please don't be upset if I've not mentioned your mod here, someone who's watching, because, you know, it doesn't mean I don't like it, because there's so many that I love. Oh. Right. So, we've got this all set up. This is the ending. This ends the scene. Is there a flag you can put on it to end the scene? Do you need a flag? No, I don't think you need one. I think this is just where it ends. So that's fine. In terms of the actor flags here, Do we want to prevent you from activating Lucian while you're telling the story? No. No, we don't. In terms of the actor behaviour, there's different flags you can turn off for when the scene should pause or end. So if you kill Lucian, I want the scene to end. If you enter combat, I want the scene to end. If you enter dialogue with Lucian, I'd like the scene to pause. And I don't know what this does. But I'm happy with all of those. So I'm going to leave that there. Those are all fine. So what I wanted to add was I wanted to add a set stage that happens when the scene starts that only clears when the scene actually ends to allow you to let Lucian offer it to you again. So we had rejection of the scene. Hang on, what was this? Right, okay, so set stage 10 means Lucian's offered to tell you the story. So he's started. And we originally said that he'll only offer it to you once. And that's what we're going to keep. We're going to keep this dialogue for when he's offered it to you. But I'm going to remove this script for when it completes. I'm going to save the set stage 20 for when the scene completes. So that then when the scene's done, it'll go to 20. And then you'll see what I mean. When we get there, I'm just going to add this script to this line. Oh, stuff going on in the chat. Oh, James Acaster is brilliant. I loved him in Bake Off. Celebrity Bake Off was one of my favourite things he's done. Just hilarious. Sky Shards. Sky Shards is a very good mod. Yep. Yellow Ego Cat. That's one that I showed off in Lucian the Dragonborn. I love that. Adds more stuff to collect. So we're keeping this line. I don't know why I'm fiddling with that, but we're going to have get owning quest dot set stage 20. And that's going to set the stage to 20 when this finishes. Uthgard, Lucian, and Ral. I don't know who Uthgard and Ral are, but I know who Lucian is, so good choice. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to add an alternate line now. So this is for if the stage is less than 10. And this is for if the stage is equal to 10. Which means he started, but he didn't finish. And we did put a get random % on this line, but I don't actually think we need it. I think we should get rid of it. Because people are going to want to trigger this conversation, and I don't want to add a random element to that to make it a pain for them. Because people are going to have heard about this, and they're going to know if you go and speak to Lucian by a campfire at night time, he'll tell you a story, and I want that to be a reliable thing they can do. So I'm going to get rid of that random %, but I'm going to go over here now with that get random % as well, with that deleted, and we're saying, is the stage equal to 10? And then we can say, I'm sorry. We got interrupted. Oh, hang on. Shall we finish that story I started? We got how many R's in interrupted? 2? That looks right. I think there's 2 R's in interrupted. Let's check. Interrupted. Yep. Spelled it right. Nailed it. There we go. And that works there. And we don't need the scripts on this line. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea. That's been in my head since yesterday. Have you tried and then removed any mods in your playthrough? No, you should never remove a mod mid-playthrough. Definitely, Nuna's already come on in that. Yep. Definitely do not remove a mod mid-playthrough. That is a terrible idea. And will cause bugs. Thank you so much for the bits, Nuna. modding question might be a bit silly. How doable would you say modding is for someone who has no idea about maths and stuff? I've been thinking of trying my luck with it, but my maths understanding is basically non-existent. Can't recommend it enough. You don't need to understand maths to do modding. No, I mean, there's stuff you can do with modding if you do understand maths. There's bonus stuff you can do, like what we did last week with the logical inversion and all of that. But there's absolutely no reason not being good at maths should stop you from modding. I mean, most of it is doing stuff like this. You know, creating dialogue topics and setting conditions for them, which you can totally learn to do. There are great tutorials online. I've started a follower modding tutorial myself that I know I haven't updated in a couple of weeks, but I will. I do intend to carry on with that series, so that should walk you through everything from start to finish is the idea. There's loads of other really good tutorial series available. There's some on the creation. Everything you could possibly ever need to know about modding. Modding is on the Creation Kit wiki. Thanks so much for the sub, Megasocky. That's really kind. Thank you. You are marvellous. Thank you so much. But yeah, there are tutorials for everything, and I really can't recommend highly enough the idea of diving into it. Give it a try. Just start doing it. See where you get to, and you can always jump in here every Thursday and ask me if you get stuck, because I'm very happy to show you pretty much anything. So long as I know how to do it, I'm very happy to explain anything on this stream. But yeah, give it a try. Do it. Do the thing. Do the modding. Hello, Sacrilegious! How's it going in the UK? It is baking! It is boiling! It's too warm! Much too warm. Please turn down the international thermostat if you can. If anyone has access to the sun, if you could just dim it slightly, that would be ace. Down here in the deep blue sea. So we removed that script. We've done that. I think we're all set with that. So the only question is now, we've got two sets of dialogue here. We've got some dialogue for Lucian wanting to make camp. And we've got some dialogue for when you're actually at a campsite with Lucian. U is for ukulele. But what I want to know is if you guys have any other ideas. Do you have any other suggestions for lines that Lucian could say to do with either carrying camping supplies or wanting to make camp or having actually made camp? Things about camping with a lean-to and a fireplace, a fire pit or whatever. Any suggestions you have, I'd love it, because I want to add a few more things if we can. Oh, you're graduating this month, are you? That's awesome. Are you actually having the graduation ceremony, or are you just having your exams? I love playing fast travel with, Skyrim with fast travel disabled. I find it so much more immersive. When will I continue my modding tutorial videos? Zero Part was amazing. You could be a great teacher. I will continue them as soon as I get time. I have been working on my Lucian the Dragonborn series quite hard over the last few weeks. And I've got a few other videos coming soon about other things. Which should be going live on Friday and Saturday. And I've got the highlights from yesterday's stream going live tonight. So I've got other things coming. But I will be continuing. I might carry on filming the next episode of that series this weekend. It's all about time, you know. Whenever I have time, I will absolutely continue doing it. Certainly very soon. And thank you so much for the kind words. I'm glad you think I'm a good teacher. Unfortunately, I can't do a distance check to see whether Lucian is close to the fire. What if he's tired and wants to set up camp? We already have that one here. It's getting late. Do you think we ought to make camp? I can't tell you if the fire is dying out, I'm afraid. I don't know. I wouldn't know how to check that. That's a level of complexity that we can't do, I think. No, we already did that. We made Lucian tell the player a story. Here, we wrote a whole scene. There's a whole scene here where Lucian tells the player a campfire story. Look, it's all here. I'm going to record that in a bit. So Lucian will tell you a story around the campfire for sure. Oh, sorry, I misread you. Make player to tell Lucian a story. Problem with making the player tell Lucian a story is I think that gives too much agency to the player in dialogue. So I'm just talking about modding here rather than actually doing it, but this is something that I feel quite strongly about. So a lot of mods give the player loads of words to say. And one of the appealing things about Skyrim is it gives you complete control over every aspect of your character. You can do race, gender, you know, you can create a whole character for them. And one of the main quests and the quests in the game are very careful not to put words in your mouth. So typically you'll only ever really say short sentences. Most of the dialogue comes from NPCs. The player will only say, yes, I agree. Let's do this. Let's go there. You know, it's always very short stuff, not long stuff, in order to make it gel with the character. You know, if the less you say, the more it suits everyone's different characters. And the moment you start doing longer sentences, your own speech quirks will start coming into it. You're starting to give the player a voice that might not necessarily match the voice the player envisaged. So doing any kind of long-form interactions, like the player telling Lucian a story, as soon as you start doing that, it will work for some people, but other people, if the voice of the dialogue you're giving doesn't match the voice the player envisaged for their character, and I'm saying voice, I don't mean vocal voice, I mean writing voice, then you'll start breaking people's immersion. So yeah, that'd be a cool idea for them to be able to tell Lucian a story, but there's no way I could do that wouldn't break people's immersion, I don't think. Sorry, that was a long tangent. Freya Hawk, just exams sadly, no ceremony for us at all. I'm doing foreign languages, I'm not worried about the English exam though my German, which I'm minoring, is somehow even rosier, I guess you mean easier, than my maths. Well, best of luck with your exams! I'm sorry you don't get a graduation ceremony at all, that sucks, but, best of luck. We'll cross everything for you. I'm sure you'll be fine. Lucian sends you all his support. Go on, Freya! You can do it! I believe in you! Maybe he wonders out loud about the lean-to falling on them while they're asleep. That's a good idea. I like that line, Shiva. Thank you for that. Let's add that as an idol. I do so hope the lean-to doesn't topple. Lean-to, is that hyphenated? Oh, that's while we're asleep. Doesn't lean too much. Be terribly unpleasant if it toppled over on us. I do so hope the lean-to doesn't lean too much. It'd be terribly unpleasant if it toppled over on us while we're asleep. And I'll add a touch of fear. Just a touch. And we're going to set the time there to being greater than or equal to. We'll make it a little bit later. Something like later than 8 o'clock. But, yeah, just between 8 o'clock and midnight, I think. Ah, but I've spelt terribly wrong there. I put terribly. Terribly. Just gonna save the game there, catch up on the chat. A line about not being a beast of burden with regards to carrying firewood. Now, firewood isn't added by this mod. Firewood is in the vanilla game, so any dialogue I'd want to have about firewood, we would want to have in the main ESP for Lucian and not in this camping patch, because I'm very keen to keep the dialogue added by this only stuff that you can only get in the camping mod. What's the point of carrying all this camp gear if we never make camp? Didn't I do a thing about that? Oh no, we had a line about bedrolls, didn't we? Yeah, I'll copy that. I'll copy that line and we'll redo it. We'll have a thing to do with... What is the point of me carrying all this camping gear around if we never make camp? Or I'm going to change that because if we don't actually make camp. There we go. What is the point of me carrying all this camping gear around if we don't actually make camp? And this is specifically for the player having it. Not the player, Lucian having it. The time is greater than 8 o'clock, less than 1 in the morning. You're not in an interior. You're not in a settlement or a city. You are in the Tamriel world space. The camping marker is enabled. Is not disabled. The camping marker is disabled, or it's too far away. Did Lucian just fall over? Up you come. And they get random percent is less than. There you go. I think that's all right. Thank you for the suggestion, Nuna. He suggests chopping down wood for himself or the player. Again, I think that's one that's a bit tricky. That's probably a better one to have to do with firewood in the main mod. Yes, so Tiny Lucian is a Shimiji model. The link to that one is in our Discord. So you can check it out. You can join our Discord. There's a link below the video. And if you do a quick search for it, you should be able to find the link to Tiny Lucian, or otherwise I'm sure Shiva can provide it for you. What about Lucian singing a lullaby? That would only make sense if you were going to sleep. And I can't tell if you're going to sleep. That's tricky. Would Lucian know anything about constellations? Yes! Lucian would know something about constellations. What would he know about constellations, of course, is a good idea. Let's Google it. Because this is where Lucian gets all his knowledge, is off the UESP wiki. Constellations lore. That said, though, again, his lore about constellations would probably be something to actually put in the main mod, because there's no reason he wouldn't comment about the stars if he wasn't by a campfire. You know, he'd still, and he does have lines about the stars already for when you're running around, so I don't know why you would need a line about the stars specifically for if you're using the campfire patch, necessarily. And he doesn't have a canonical star sign. We haven't decided a birth date or a star sign or anything for him, so he doesn't have one of those. Yes, he would have seen an orrery, for sure. These are the constellations, of course. I mean, maybe I could have a line. Maybe I could have a line about camping out under the stars. Oh, I've already got one. There's nothing like reading by a campfire under the stars. We don't really need 2 lines about being under the stars by a campfire. A line about the magic of campfire and how it's good to relax. We could have a line he'll say if he's sitting down by the campfire. So I think it's is sitting. Is there a line for is sitting? No. Get is sitting? There might not be one. I may have to be cleverer than that. Get sitting? Yes, get sitting, but it's not just get sitting equals 1, I don't think. If we open up the Creation Kit wiki... yes, Shiva, I don't think you're able to post a link. You might be able to, because you're a VIP. Try it. See if you can. I'm not sure if we've got it enabled or not on the permissions. No, so this is not the right camping mod. This is camping, which is the Creation Club file, and that just adds a lean-to. It doesn't give you tents. But were I using the campfire mod, I would be able to tell whether the player was using leather or fur tents, yes. But that would be campfire. Get sitting. Ha! No, I won't be modding Lucian getting drunk. That's not something I'm keen to do anytime soon. Let's see. Get sitting. 0 is not sitting. 1 is loading sitting aisle. 2 is getting ready to sit. 3 is sitting. Da 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 da. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime at all, down in the deep blue sea. Enjoy Tiny Lucian. He's very sweet, isn't he? What would he say? Oh, it is lovely to relax by a campfire. It just has a certain magic to it. Don't you think? There you go. That'll do for a line. Ha 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 ha. Oh, actually, I'll make that an idle, not a hello. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, we'll have to make another one. It's always difficult to delete them. Let's make that an idle. Oh, it is lovely to relax by a campfire. It just has a certain magic to it, don't you think? And then another hello then. An Odie Shimiji, that would be awesome. Yes, yes, we could definitely do something about raining and putting out the campfire. What should we do? Raining about the campfire. I do hope the rain doesn't put our fire out. There we go, easy. And that doesn't need a time restriction. That just needs a is raining check. Hello, Check Morticia. Welcome to the stream. Rain apparently doesn't put out fires in the Elder Scrolls universe. What? What do you mean rain doesn't put out fires? They didn't make that canon, did they? That rain does not put out fires. Surely that's just a limitation of the engine. Or have they actually changed the laws of physics? Oh, game logic. Game logic is fine. We can ignore game logic. I do hope the rain doesn't put our fire out. Well goofed, Nuna. I thought for a moment you were saying that Todd had declared it canon that fire doesn't get put out by water in the Elder Scrolls. Because I would have questions. Right, so this one just has the is raining condition. I'm just going to check that we haven't got any unnecessary conditions on the other one. Yeah, all sorted. Campfires burning, campfires burning. Oh, we need to get random percent one for this one, though. Otherwise, this will trigger way too often. Get random percent is less than 1. And then this one also needs to get random percent, which again can be less than 1. And your get random percent should always be the last condition in your stack for maximum efficiency. This one should have a get random percent, but we've got a higher one because it's less specific. Yeah, we're all sorted now. Awesome! I think we're pretty much there with the dialogue then. Ha! I've got an idea. If Lucian's carrying more than 10 camping supplies... Don't you think these supplies, these camping supplies, are a little excessive? I mean, how many camps are we actually planning on making? I mean, that would require me, really, to check whether or not the player or Lucian has any food, because a line like that about foraging or hunting for food because they're getting hungry would only make sense if they didn't already have food with them. And I can't do a general check for if we have food. I can only check for a specific thing. I like that line, Nuna. I know one should always be prepared, but don't you think this many camping supplies, don't you think carrying this many camping supplies is a little much? Lots of people do use I need. That would be a different mod to set up interactions for. I know one should always be prepared, but don't you think carrying this many camping supplies is a little much? There we go. And that's random, that's random, that's random, that's random. We need to add the condition for this one, which is JR Lucian. Sorry, get ID. Or is it his ID? Get his ID? Get his ID. He does already have a line about toasting a sweet roll over the fire, yes. Oh, has May done another Lucian art? Let's fire up the Discord and have a look. Discord. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime at all, down here in the deep blue sea. Here we go, loading that. Now this one's got to be get is ID. ID JR Lucian. Nope. Are we going to crash? Nope. Equals 1, and we also want is sneaking equals 0, because these lines shouldn't play when the player is sneaking. Do 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 do. U is for you and me. Oh, I love it. If I fail you one more time, the mountain I would have to climb is so high up that I would have to die. Oh, I failed you once, and I will fail you again. He's so angsty. He is so angsty. Oh, and it's from a song. Fine. I know not the song. But, angsty Lucian. He's so sad. Poor Lucian. This is, of course, being a reference to the events of Forgotten City mod in my Lucian the Dragonborn series. I love it. Thank you, May, for sharing that. Right. Onwards. So, I think we're done with the dialogue. I think we've got all the lines that we need. So it's probably a good time to start voicing it. But before we do that, we've got to close down the creation kit and fire it up in SSE Edit. And do the whole line renumbering thing. Oh, a fatal error. Well, that's good because we were closing it anyway. Just checking what's going on. Oh, hello. Hello, Savannah High Spyro. Havana Hispiru. I don't know how to say that, but hello! Welcome! Delighted you could catch the stream. How are you doing? Lovely to have you here. Yes, I have a cat doorstop. You know I have the cat doorstop. You've seen it before. Savannah it is. How would sound an evil version of Lucian? Well, we came up with some dialogue for an evil Lucian before in the Discord, didn't we? Let me find the line we wrote for a Lucian that's gone wrong. I just think we'd all get along better if everyone listened to each other, you know? But they just won't. So I suppose sometimes someone has to make them listen. And then some people still won't and try to spoil it for everyone else, and that really doesn't leave me with any choice, does it? You must understand, don't you, my friend? Surely you'll listen to me. That would be a Lucian who's trying to make everyone listen. But I don't know, I feel like he wouldn't go evil. He'd just get confused. He'd get sort of misled, wouldn't he? That's the thing. He'd be doing it for the right reasons, but he'd sort of lose his way. It's unlikely that our Lucian's ever going to end up going, you know... I can't even think of a line. I can't think of an evil line for Lucian to say that would sound even remotely like him. You expect me to talk? No, Mr. Dragonborn, I expect you to die. There you go, little Bond villain there. Right, where's the patch? Here we are. Evil Lucian is Lucian who needs a hug, yes. So we're going to clean our masters. Evil Lucian with a super deep voice. No, we know the deep voice is suave Lucian. Hello there. My name is Lucien Flavius. I'm a scientist and a philosopher and something of a musician, though, I suppose. That's more of a hobby, really. I'm here in Skyrim on an expedition, academic mainly. I find the province simply fascinating. Oh, thanks so much for the bits, May! Thank you. Gling for Evil Lucian. So we're going to renumber the form IDs. Lucien Suavius has a cowboy form. If you say so. You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Here he is. Here's the villain. Villainous Lucian. I'm going to take your mouse. You can't have it. Right, so we've done that, and they're all renumbered now, so we should find there aren't any errors, if we do check for errors. Yeah, that's all fine. Save those changes. He's so mean, he's gonna steal the mouse and run away with it. Bad Lucian. He does like stealing Word documents, doesn't he? He threw away our story last time. Anyway, so we've renamed those now, so we can reopen the creation kit. Now, of course, I might actually have to turn off this fan for the recording, which is going to get rather warm. He does love his sweet rolls. Give Tiny Lucian all the sweet rolls. Hello, Rossage? 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 Rosage. Rossage. Whatever your name is. Hello, welcome, glad you caught a stream. Hi, how are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are. Question, does Lucian comment on Legend of the Dragonborn mod? I don't know what Legend of the Dragonborn is. If you mean Legacy of the Dragonborn, then Lucian does not comment on that yet. No, but he will at some point. I will be adding interactions for it. It's just a bloomin' big mod. Russell J says, I took your suggestion the other day and joined Dark Fox Discord. Oh, was it you commenting on the YouTube video about the horse marker? Wasn't it? Yeah, no, they might not answer. I don't know. I just thought, because I don't really work with houses myself. I've never done work on a house mod, so I don't know how it works. Whereas I know, obviously, Dark Fox does a lot of work with sort of houses, so I thought that might potentially be a good place to ask. But they might not know either. I don't know. Maybe try again sometime. Otherwise, Google it. You know, Google is your friend. You could try the Nexus forums. They're always very helpful if you try asking there on the Nexus mods website on their forums. They might get back to you. Or the Bethesda forums, although I find that's less helpful generally than the Nexus ones. But either, really. Camping. Here we go. Isn't Tiny Lucian cute? He's so cute. Yeet. 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 Oh, there he is. That's fine. You stay there. Right. Okay. So. Yes, that does happen. Lucian's. Yeah. If you try and ride Clive, then Lucian will try and kill you. I am trying to come up with a solution for that, but the trouble is, it seems to be either he'll let you ride his horse whenever we want, which is a game-breaking mechanic because it's not supposed to give you a free horse. It's supposed to be a horse specifically for Lucian. Or he'll murder you to death if you try and ride it. And I'd like to try and find a balance between that, but I'm not quite there yet. So what do we have? We had misc dialogue. That's what all this is about. And I'm going to open up Cubase to record this. Cubase. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. Touching Clive is, breaks the dwarves' law. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Where do you get a horse for Lucian? You get a horse for Lucian by completing his personal quest. He has 2 personal quests. The first one is the Oblivion Engine. The second one is Intruders. And if you complete Intruders, you are rewarded with a horse for Lucian. So do that. Yes, correct. Making the horse unrideable will mean Lucian won't ride it either. That's part of the issue. Have I tried any bathing mods? No, I've not. Never tried one. Never really seen the appeal. Hello, Bobzilla. Welcome to the stream. So if any of you guys watching haven't followed the channel, friendly nudge, maybe please do that. I'd really like it if you did. I love it when it does that gling noise when someone follows, or indeed when someone subscribes. But yeah, if you haven't followed, please do consider doing that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do consider doing that. But I never want any of you to feel like you're obliged to make any kind of financial contribution towards me. But if you did ever fancy subscribing, that would make me eternally grateful, but that's totally up to you, obviously. But if you could follow, which is also up to you, but if you did follow, that would make me really happy. So please do. This was the line I was recording for Lucian the Dragonborn the other day, which I won't spoil for those of you who haven't watched it yet. Anyway. I'm going to resave this. So this is Lucian camping patch. Oh, no jingle. Sorry, Freya. Please don't unfollow and refollow. Unfollowing will not make me happy. Oh, hello. Call me Mammoth 18. Should I call you Mammoth then? Hello, Mammoth. Yes, that's okay. I can live without the jingle. But oh, thank you so much for the follow, Savannah. That's very kind of you. I didn't actually get the gling then because my speaker goes onto sleep mode when it hasn't heard a sound in a while. So I didn't hear it, but yeah. Thank you anyway. Right. Okay, so let's record this dialogue. I think it's going to pick up the fan, so I probably better pop that off. Which means I'm going to bake. Which CC mod will be next on your to-do list? Probably Tundra Homestead. I'm sort of working down the list in release order, skipping the ones that conflict with Legacy of the Dragonborn. And I think Tundra Homestead is next on the list, so it'll probably be the next one I do. Will I ever do any lines for the Thieves Guild? Yes, I will. Everything in good time. I know I'm doing lots of different things. I have loads of different projects that I work on at different times, and I try and vary up the Lucian lines rather than just adding stuff for the vanilla content, because I want to try and make him unique, you know, and give him lines that other followers don't have. So, gosh, that's getting warm already. So I better just quickly record this line. Why do I have to carry the camping supplies? Just gonna listen back to this. Unfortunately, I can only listen back through my headphones, so you won't hear it. Yeah, that'll do. Ugh. I work by the principle of that'll do for a lot of these recording sessions, because otherwise... Ooh, he's grabbed my mouse. Otherwise, you can end up going all day on these thousands of lines. So if it sounds basically good enough, we take it. I know that upsets my sense of perfectionism, but yeah. You'll wait forever for a romance option. A romance option isn't planned. You'll be waiting a long time, I'm afraid. It's not the direction I'd like to take the mod. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint. It might happen one day. Maybe one day. I'm not ruling it out completely, but I certainly have absolutely no plans to do it anytime soon. So please don't wait for that. Sorry, I know that's not what you want to hear, but that's just not the kind of story I'm trying to tell. Any chance in the future of compatibility with Kaiden? What do you mean? He already talks to Kaiden. There's a whole... They have like a dozen conversations. If you want to see them, you can hop onto my YouTube channel. I've done a video showing you all the conversations that Lucian will have with Kaiden. So if you want a preview, you can check out that video. It's called Lucian and Kaiden, which is a very interesting title. So there's no way to have both Legacy and certain CC active without losing their quests. Yes, so certain CC patches, certain CC files like Stendar's Hammer and the Divine Crusader Armor show up in both Legacy of the Dragonborn and the Creation Club files. So you could have both active if you want, but that would mean you have two separate versions of the artifacts in your game at the same time, which doesn't make sense. So they have patches. There are patches for a lot of the files that combine them, that merge those two versions into one version of the artifact. But some of those patches just simply outright disable the Creation Club version, so you only get the Legacy version. So I'm not prioritizing. I'm prioritizing the Creation Club files that you can have active with Legacy at the same time without having issues. Because I know lots of people use Legacy, and I would like to do a Legacy interaction patch at some point. So I don't want to be doing... I always want to avoid creating two separate Lucian patches, of which you can only have one or the other active. You know, I want all of the patches to be canon to Lucian's story. So I don't want to ever do any conflicting patches. Lucian already has interactions with Anna NPCs. He has loads of them. And I will love to do interactions for interesting NPCs at some time, but it's a massive mod, so it would take a long time to set up. I would like to do that, though. Right, let's record the next line, then. Oh, of course, I need to... Sorry, I'm getting distracted by talking at the same time as modding. Hang on a sec, I'm just going to pop you back onto camera while I set up my file explorer. Down here in the deep blue, down in the deep blue, down in the deep blue sea. Yeah. Right, here we are. I'll pop you back onto the camera now. Screen with camera. Oop. So we got this one, and we got that one. So we need to create a new folder here called Lucian Camping Patch.esp. And in there, we need to create a new folder for the voice type, which is JR Lucian Voice. And in there is where we put our files now. So I'm going to copy that one across and rename it appropriately. Yeah, I love Kaiden. Kaiden's brilliant. Having two same-named objects is okay. There's no problem to have them both. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's not going to break your game if you've got two separate items, both called Stendarr's Hammer. It's just you'll have two Stendarr's Hammers. And that doesn't make sense, lore-wise. Well, you can make it make sense. I don't know. But I'm prioritizing the ones that won't cause that problem. Yes, Megasoki, modding is a lot easier than a lot of people think. Everyone assumes it's this horrible, complicated game design thing. It's not game design. It's more akin to Lego than anything else. You're just putting together different bits. Ooh, need to move that away a bit. It's not that hard. I mean, it's as complete. There's this whole sliding scale of skill of what you need to achieve different things. But it is a lot easier than you think it is. No, I don't think it would be a good idea to be asking the interesting NPCs makers to have a separate version of their mod with less content in it. Because that would be a nightmare to support and maintain. No one ever wants to be running two versions of their mod. That's a horrible thing to do. But I would absolutely say it is worth downloading the entire thing of interesting NPCs because it's fantastic. Modding is fun. It's loads of fun. I have great fun doing this, and it's much more fun when I've got you guys to talk to while I'm doing it. You keep me company. Because it can be a very solitary thing to do. Anyway, I hope it's interesting. Right. Let's do the fan again. Oh gosh, I have to watch that back on a clip, but that was very funny to see. You love nav meshing, do you? I hate nav meshing. Right. I know one should always be prepared, but don't you think carrying this many camping supplies is a little much? Oops, there we go. Oh, what happened? Did we lose the dialogue? Where'd it go? I literally just recorded it. I'll probably have to do it again then. That's annoying. That was a good take. Oh well. I know one should always be prepared, but don't you think carrying this many camping supplies is a little much? I think that was a better take anyway. What's going on? Why am I losing my takes? Some kind of bug. Let's do a test. Test, 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 test. Nothing's happening. It's not picking up my mic. Can you hear my voice? Yeah, it's still coming through on OBS. And that is the Scarlet solo line in. I'm going to just turn off and on again the... not off and on again. I'm just going to close and reopen the recording software. See if that sorts it. Oh, hey, Watcher, welcome. No, good. Glad you can hear me. Excellent. No, I'll just reboot this and see if it does the thing. Ba 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 ba. U is for you and me. I'll pop camera on while there's nothing to look at, so you can see me in my glory. Yo. Gosh, it's warm. Good morning, Watcher. Thanks, Sonic Man. Glad you can hear me. Oh well. I don't know what's going on. Just gotta wait for it to reboot. How am I? I'm very well, thank you. I'm just too warm. It's a stupidly hot day here in the UK. Hydrate, says the Pickle Witch. Hydrate is what I will do. Thank you. Ba 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 ba. N is for anywhere, anytime at all, down here in the deep blue sea. What do I think of the follower Sophia? Sophia is a very good follower mod. It's very well put together. It's not my personal taste, but that's just me. I think it's very good mod. It's very well made. It's 1,500 lines of dialogue, which is very ambitious, I think. It's the most popular follower mod on the Nexus. So obviously a lot of people are really keen on it. I don't dislike it. I think it's fine. It's good. It's not what I look for in a follower, personally, though. I wouldn't, doesn't gel with my playthroughs, really. Her sense of humour doesn't really match mine. They don't really line up. Right, okay. I think it's going to work now. So I'm just going to pop us back across onto the camera thing. Screen with camera. Oops. There we go. No. That's recording me saying nonsense. Right, let's try that again. Okay. Car going past. I know one should always be prepared, but don't you think carrying this many camping supplies is a little much? Principle of that'll do, that'll do. N is for anywhere, anytime at all. Stream is frozen, that's rubbish, but hello, Lutra. Welcome. Grey has not decided to grace us with her presence yet today, I'm afraid, but she may show up later, you never know. She's spending a lot more time outside at the moment because it's so hot. Yeah, that'll do. Do 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 do. Hydrate. Okay, that looks fine. I'm going to export that. Or I might tuck that in slightly. Because on these one-off hello lines, you don't want to have any delay before the line starts if you can avoid it. Lutra, what are you doing? Oh, crumbs. Shall I just down my tea? Is that what you want? You want me to just down my tea? There is none left. Consider that like 10 sips. Posture check. What kind of tea is it? It was Russell blend. It was one ordinary tea bag and one Earl Grey tea bag in the pot for 5 minutes or so and poured out. Have I collected any DW toys? Doctor Who? When I was younger, I had Daleks. I had a few Daleks and a few Cybermen, which was fun. Didn't really ever have much by way of Doctor Who toys, though. Assuming that's what you mean by DW. Lucian with his hair... Ooh, however you like, really. I mean, hair down is how he is in-game. Hair up could be interesting, I don't know. He looks quite cool with a ponytail in some of the fan art. Right, going to record a couple more lines now. It's getting late. Do you think we ought to make camp? What is the point of me carrying all this camping gear around if we don't actually make camp? Oh, like, oh, what's her name? Got a total blank. Violet Baudelaire? The Baudelaire children from, Series of Unfortunate Events. What is it? It's Klaus, Violet, and Sunny? Isn't their name Violet? I'm having a brain. Series of Unfortunate Events. It is Violet. Violet Baudelaire. Or Baudelaire, however you're supposed to say it. Yes, she pulls her hair back and ties it up when she's about to do tinkering. I like that. I feel like Lucian would channel her, yeah. Ooh! She's outside. I heard her bell and I thought she was outside the door. But she's not. She's outside in the garden. So no, sorry, I thought she'd appear on the stream, but she's not. She's out there. So you can't see her just now. Right, anyway. These lines. She might show up later though. Let's just listen back to these. Yeah, I like that. That'll do. It doesn't matter so much about having dead space before the line for the idle dialogue, but it's still better to get rid of it if you can for efficiency. Great, I love that take. That's good. Da 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 da. U is for ukulele. Ba da ba da ba ba da ba da ba 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 bum 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 ba. Ah. Posture check. Thank you, Pickle Witch. What happened to the chickens? Another question. Sorry, hang on. First question was, what other video games do you like to play? We play a lot of Star Wars Battlefront on this channel. A lot of Elder Scrolls Legends. Elder Scrolls Online I play, but I haven't been playing for a while. We haven't played that for a couple of months now, probably. So I do need to get back into that. Also, Minecraft is one we haven't played for a while, but I like to play a lot of that. I've just started the new SpongeBob game, or the new remake, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which I am loving. So we'll definitely play that on stream another time. Jedi Fallen Order I thought was fantastic, but we finished that now. Yeah. What happened to the chickens? They are doing fine. 3 of them still down in they are outside in the garden in their like chicken house area. They are really hot today. So they've got my fan. This is actually the fan from Mum and Dad's room that I've brought in. My fan that I had in my room is now downstairs for the chickens because they were too warm. And we could see they were too warm because chickens open their mouths when they're too warm and sort of pant. So they've got a fan on. They're loving that. So they're doing fine. But yes, they're too big to appear on stream. They're too big for that little cage now. So I can't bring them up here. So no, they're outside. Yeah, they warm bubs. Anyway, what did we... yeah, so this is the one we wanted. Oh, yay for your burb, Savannah! Send her kisses back. I have never seen Critical Role, but I am pleased for you all who do watch it that it's coming back. That's really nice for you. I know I need to watch it. I will watch it at some point, I'm sure. It's on my list of many things I need to discover, but I haven't yet done that. Yay for Dave, Ninja. I'm so pleased. Dave is a duck, and it's wonderful. Down here in the deep blue sea. Okay, we finished this quest now. Done the 4 lines for that, so we can move on to the camping the quest for when you're actually in the camp. Do I play D&D? I have only ever played one D&D game, which was the one that Shiva ran, which you can find on my YouTube channel. We put all 4 episodes there, which is canon to the mod. We called it Lucien Flavius and the Mysterious Island, and it's canon to Skyrim, and it was really good fun. It was my first ever D&D game that I played, and I loved it. It was amazing, and I obviously played Lucian. And yeah, it's all on my YouTube channel, so if you're into that, do check it out. It's the playlist is on my channel page. I could probably drop a link if I'm quick enough. Nuna might be faster than me. But it was great. Honestly, it was so much fun. Here we are. It's okay, I've got the link. That's it. There's the playlist. Lucien Flavius and the Mysterious Island. There will be references to it in Lucian version 1.6.0. So if you're one of those people who likes to find all the Easter eggs and understand all the connections, then do have a watch of it. But yeah. And if nothing else, it's just great fun. Right. Let's record some more of these lines then. Ah, I love a good campfire, don't you? No, I had a weird rattle in my throat there. Let's try again. No, hang on. It's weird. Ah, I love a good campfire, don't you? No. Ah, I love a good campfire, don't you? I'm still not happy. I'm not happy. I'm going to retake. Ah, I love a good campfire, don't you? That'll do. I think that's the one. And this one now. There's nothing like reading by a campfire under the stars. I do hope the rain doesn't put our fire out. I am glad you started this No, let's try that again. Hang on. I am glad you started this campfire. I thought I was going to pass out from the cold. One more take. I am glad you started this campfire. I thought I was going to pass out from the cold. Yeah, that'll do. Last one. I wonder what happens if you try and toast a sweet roll. Right, fan back on. There we are. What did we miss? What did we miss? Oh, Odie. Odie's wonderful. Yes, Vindex Kraz. Hello, Vindex Kraz. Welcome to the stream. Yes, this is the makings of Lucian's voice work. Exactly. You are seeing me making him do the talking. I've never tried Undertale. Is that one you guys recommend? Should I play that on stream sometime? Oh, yay! Thanks for the follow, Dactyla! Awesome. Well, I definitely will then. Right, why can't I hear my lines playing back? Something's gone funky with the audio. Oh, yeah, it's disconnected again, whatever the problem was. Oh, yes! Stalia did buy it for me! I forgot she did, yes! So definitely one to try. If I need to close this and reopen it again if I'm not hearing the audio. Don't know what's going on today. No, I've never played The Last of Us. Is that one you guys recommend as well? I've heard mixed things about the new Last of Us game. But yeah. Oh, thanks, Dactyla. I'm glad you enjoyed the interview. It's good fun doing that. That was a while ago now. That was my first appearance of my face on YouTube and streaming and stuff. Do ukulele. How is my progress with Dragonborn? What do you mean? My progress with doing recording for Dragonborn, adding interactions? I haven't started it. Dragonborn interactions won't be coming for a while. Probably towards the end of the year. Or next year. Sorry, it's not very high up on the list at the moment. I've got a lot of other higher... I'm doing other things rather than... I know at the moment it looks like I'm just messing around with Creation Club files, which I am. But I'm pushing Creation Club stuff at the moment because I think it's an interesting, unique thing that Lucian has that other follower mods don't have. And it's canon content, whereas there are lots of other mods that do comment on Dragonborn, whereas there are literally no other mods that comment on the Creation Club stuff. So I'm quite into doing this at the moment. What happened? What's going on here? Yeah, this was it. Oh, I nearly included the that'll do, didn't I? There we go. Save that. Export that. This is camping patch 5. she is. I thought I heard her. Thank you very much. Look who I found. She's very warm. This is a warm pusscat. She's here. She's got stuff on her paws. Meow. I know, meow. Let's get that off your paw. Oh no, she wants to get down. Okay, so you have treats that you've earned. Look. There are 5 treats for you. From the Treats for Grey thing. Let's see. So, Grey, we've got 1 treat from May. You need to be on camera though, so that everyone can see. Alright? So you've got 1 treat from May. There we go. And then there's 1 from Ninja. One from Freya. One from Zooey. And then there's 1 more from Check Morticia. She get the treats. Ugh. And I'll just take those points. She's very pleased. Glad you think so, Savannah. There you go, she's got her treats. Ah. This is the thing I do on the streams, you know, if she shows up and you guys want to spend points on giving her treats, then she gets the treats. Off she goes. Right, screen with camera. Let's crack on with what we were doing. Yes, lots of people don't use the Creation Club stuff. It's true. But yeah. Oh, 15-year-old cat, an old puss cat. Right, so what were we doing here? We exported the camping patch. Ah! There we go. Patch 5, which was I love a good campfire, don't you? That's what this line's going to be. Well, I'm honoured, Zooey, that you bothered to watch me. That's very kind. Oh, give the doggo treats. How old was I when I played Skyrim for the first time? It was in... Ooh, not when it came out. I didn't play it for a few years after it came out. I'm thinking 2014. And I'm 23 now. So, do the maths. 14... 23, and it's 6 years ago, so I would have been 17. More or less. Might have been younger, might have been 16, it might have been 2013, I don't know. Oh, thanks, call whatever, Mammoth. Thank you, Mammoth. I'm honoured that I'm the only person you're following. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. There we go. A game you should play on your own time is Legends of the Dragoon for PlayStation. I don't have a PlayStation, I'm afraid. Sorry. That's funny, May. Prestigious company. Oh dear. Oh, Grey wants to go. Come on then. Oh, say goodbye to everyone. She says goodbye. Yeah, he does need a line about that somehow. It'd be nice to have a little reference. No, I absolutely can't say anything about Marxism. I have no thoughts to say about political things. No, sorry. Don't do politics on this channel. Oh, sorry you missed the kitty, Pickle Witch. You can catch it on the VOD, though. I'll put the VOD up on YouTube within a little while. Afterwards. What do we have here? We had nothing like... Lucian won't sing the full FUN song, no. But maybe we can have a nod to it. Maybe we can have a nod. I will sing you the full FUN song, but Lucian won't. Campfire does... Lucian does sing the campfire song, yes. Well, a campfire song. Probably not the campfire song you're thinking of. But he has a campfire song, which is Campfires Burning. Campfires Burning. I don't know what that means, Watcher. Sorry? What's echolalia? And I'm sorry if I've triggered that. Oh, we scuffed that one up, didn't we? Yeah, happy with that one. Great. Export that. Ooh, Detective Lucian. Ooh, Detective Lucian. Ooh, Detective Lucian. He's on the case. I think that's one to add for Blood on the Ice commentary, I think. Nuna used it there in their fanfic, which is an awesome fanfic, which you should all check out. Nuna's fanfic, The Unrelenting Shadow, which is on Archive of Our Own. Do have a look at that. It's great. And they featured the Detective Lucian song in there, which I liked, and I think I will steal. I think I'll use it in Blood on the Ice in the main mod as well. Oh, Shiva made a cute in the fan art. Let's have a look at that then. Ooh, now hang on. Did I say to or and? Ah, no, I said and, whereas my original dialogue was to, so I better change that so the lip sync matches up. Ooh, Detective Lucian. Ooh, Detective Lucian. Ooh, Detective Lucian. He's on the case. Ooh, Detective Lucian. Ooh, Detective Lucian. Ooh, Detective Lucian's got a handsome face. I don't know the campfire song from SpongeBob, actually. I need to know that. I must have not seen that episode. I'm obviously missing out. Sorry, I'm sort of catching up on the chat one by one while I do this. I hope you don't mind. Shiva's fan art. Where is it? Fan art. Ah. Oh, Mega Soggy did this. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love it. That's adorable. Thank you. That's cute. And then, oh, little Odies. Oh, Shiva, you made Odie. Odie with Lucian. That's adorable. That's so nice. Right, okay. Where's Tiny Lucian? There he is. We lost him. Oh, we've got two. One can go. There we go. I don't need to use GeForce Experience. No, thank you. Watcher. Oh, thank you for explaining what echolalia is. I'm sorry if I triggered that. I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing for me to have triggered. But yeah. Hello, Hawk. Welcome to the stream. I didn't kill him, I just dismissed him. He's fine, he's chilling in Doomsbathar. No, nothing inappropriate. Oh, I don't know. Yes, anyway, hello Hawk. How are you? Well, stayed up till 7 AM doesn't sound like a super good idea. Maybe don't do that. But I'm glad it means you're here for the stream. Right, we've got lines to record for this. What's going on? Everything all right? Loads of emails. Stuff to reply to. I'll get on that. Oh. Righto. What monster in Skyrim or in mods was the toughest to defeat? I'll be honest. The one I had the most trouble with was the boss of the Saints and Seducers Creation Club file. What was his name? I've forgotten his name. The guy that we did in Lucian the Dragonborn, we fought him. It was madman living in the sewers. Thingy. Him. The boss. The madman in the sewers. Anyway, he killed me about 15 times when I was trying to film Lucian the Dragonborn, so, it was tricky. So probably him. I've never actually struggled with a Skyrim boss more. I had to bring the difficulty right down in order to film that. Right. Let's do these lines. Campfires burning, campfires burning. It was a bit sharp there. Let's try it again. Campfires burning, campfires burning. Do be careful not to step in the fire, won't you? Build a man a fire and he'll be warm for an evening. Set a man on... voice crack. Build a man a fire and he'll be warm for an evening. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life. I do so hope our lean... I do so hope the lean-to doesn't lean too much. It'd be terribly unpleasant if it toppled over on us while we're asleep. Oh, it is lovely to relax by a campfire. It just has a certain magic to it, don't you think? There we go. That's that little stretch done. Lucian really just said what? Did I say something I shouldn't have done? No, the Lucian voice actually, Vindex, is one that I'm capable of doing indefinitely. It's very, very similar to my own voice, so it's that's why I'm doing it like this. Because it's very easy for me to sustain. I don't know how Gary Hesketh, Smart Blue Cat, does the Indigo voice for any length of time. Because that would kill me. But no, what are you guys talking about with... Oh, set a man on fire thing. Yeah, no, that's a Terry Pratchett line. We love it. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Freya. Oh, the audio's packed up again. I hate it how it keeps doing this. Why is it doing that? I'm not planning on doing a campfire patch anytime soon, because it will be an awful lot of work to rework this camping patch into a campfire patch, but I may well do one eventually. It will probably be just as much work to create a new campfire patch from scratch as it would be to rework these lines to make them work for campfire. Ooh, an iced coffee. I could go for an iced coffee now. Speaking of which, I'm going to go and get a drink, I think, while this reloads. A drink, I think. That rhymed. So I'm just going to pop you onto break screen. I'll be a few minutes. I will play an ad. Hope you don't mind. But yeah, I'll be right back after this. We'll be back after the break. Oh, hello, SSJ4 Goku Blackver. Hello, welcome. I'm just going on a break. I'll be right back. And we're back. Howdy do, internet. I am here. I went and got a Tesco blackberry and mint lemonade, which is okay. It tastes a little bit like, you know, those necklaces that you used to get made of sweets, like violet things, sugary beads. Oh, the ad break was still running. Sorry, I'm back. Hello, those of you who missed me there because the ad break was still running. Didn't realise I'd beaten the ad break. But yes, I'm back. I've got this drink, which is Tesco blackberry mint lemonade. It is, yeah, it tastes like those bead necklaces you used to get. Those sugary necklaces. So yeah, but it's quite yummy. Yes, they were great, weren't they? Oh, look, Lucian's on my thing again. Oh, you can't see because I'm not showing my screen. But yes. Oh, I'm glad my voice is calming for you, Lettuce Lag. Right. Ba-da-ba-ba. Oh, thank you, Watcher. That's a kind offer. Yes, we don't live on opposite sides of the ocean. We do live on opposite sides of the ocean. But if we didn't, that would be lovely. But alas, we do, so. I don't know anything about making player homes, I'm afraid, so I'm not going to be doing that. But there are many other modders who have made lots of player homes, so do check out those, I'm sure. Have a look on the Nexus. There's many player homes available that are multi-adopt friendly, but I wouldn't know where to start. I have no experience in doing that. I'm making a follower mod. Right, let's pop it across to the old screen with camera. Well, in that case, check out Bethesda.net because they've also got loads of follower mods. Oh, hydrate. Not follower mods, other mods, like housing mods. Oh, thank you, Yellow Ego Cat. That is very kind of you to say. A lot of people don't like my voice. I get a lot of negative comments. Not a lot. I say a lot. It's not a lot at all compared to a lot of people. A lot of people have it a lot worse. But the main complaint I do hear about Lucian is people don't like my voice. But what can you do? I can't change my voice. This is just how I speak. Yeah, Eleonora is great for house mods. Thank you. Well, I hope you guys like my voice. Otherwise, you wouldn't be trying Lucian. You wouldn't be playing with him if you didn't like his voice. Yes, you usually should be concerned if you're bleeding Hawk. That is true. Oh, thanks, guys. I mean, obviously, lots of people do think my voice is fine because Lucian has a lot of downloads. Has I think last count 180,000 users across all 3 platforms, which is quite a lot. So obviously 180,000 of you don't think my voice is terrible. But there are some people who can't cope with it. And I get it, because I have a very high-pitched voice that I'm sure does get annoying for people. Hello there, my name is Lucien Flavius. I know that can be annoying. There's the line. Campfires burning. There we go. And export. Does Lucian work with my home as your home? No. You can use it if you want, but it breaks his personal quest. It means at the end, if you'd use my home as your home on him, it has very aggressive packages that will override other packages when he's dismissed. So if you use my home as your home on him, that is one of the most common reasons for people not being able to find Lucian at the end of his personal quest, because it'll send him to your home instead. So my recommendation is not to use it. I don't provide support for it, but I know people do use it and have no issues. But if you do have any issues with it... Oh, thanks so much for the sub, Lettuce Lag. Thank you, that's really kind. But yeah, if you do have any issues with using my home as your home on Lucian, please don't come and tell me about it. Because the number of bug reports and comments and stuff I get that are a result of people using mods like that on Lucian, it's a huge waste of my time, to be quite frank. Yeah, that was the line. Terribly unpleasant if it toppled over on us. There we go. Just export that. Sorry, this probably isn't very interesting for you guys because you can't hear the line except what you can pick up through my headphones into the microphone, which isn't much. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Pickle Witch says hydrate. Oh, and thanks for the follow, Dr. Jotaro Kujo. Will this mod you're making be able to be compatible with KBS Hare's mail? No, I'm not making a new mod here. What I'm doing here is I'm making a patch for my follower mod that already exists, Lucien Flavius. And I won't be adding patches to make him have different hair, but there are lots of visual replacers for Lucian already available in the Nexus, so I do suggest checking those out if you want to make him look different. Thanks for the follow, Lettuce! Hey, Avery, welcome to the stream! See ya, Sonic Man! Sorry, yes, I was recording listening to the recordings of the lines. I was, yeah. And yes, Hawk is exactly right. A good workaround is definitely to just tell Lucian to wait when he's in your home, and he'll interact with it. Will this be ported to Xbox One and PS4? No, this cannot be ported to a PS4, but Lucian is already on Xbox One, and this patch will also be ported to Xbox One. But yes, PS4 doesn't allow any assets, so the only way I could possibly port Lucian to Xbox One would be to make him a completely generic vanilla follower with a vanilla voice, no new features or new lines, and it would just be rubbish, really. It would completely cut anything good out of the mod. Yes, there is a Pandora Pandorable did a Lucian overhaul that's very good. Also, Nib, who made Lucian's original face, made an alternative version of his face, which you could check out as well if you wanted. There's loads of them. Just go on Lucian, click on Lucian's mod page, and then click on requirements or required files or whatever, and it also shows you all the files that require Lucian, so you'll see all the various patches for him there, if you're into that. Right. 28. Yeah, that's fair. How is it spelled? The follower's name is Lucien Flavius. Yes. I personally also prefer OG Lucian because that's how I made him, but I appreciate lots of people have different preferences, so that's fine. I'm always happy for people to make replacers so long as they ask me permission first and are willing to let me have a look at the file first before they upload it. Does it make me feel any certain way to see people changing your followers' appearance? I don't like it when people say Lucian's ugly. Some people say, oh, Lucian was so ugly I had to make a patch for him. And I'm like, really? It's just a face. You know, it's not like there's anything wrong with his face. And frankly, I don't think there's anything wrong with anyone's face, because ugly is a state of mind, isn't it? It's not... I don't think any person visually can really be ugly anyway. But I don't understand why people get so upset about how Lucian looks sometimes, but I don't know. It's just, as far as I'm concerned, that is just how Lucian looks. That's his face. It doesn't matter whether it's pretty or ugly or whatever. It's just his face. So I don't personally ever see the need to change it, but some people do want to change it, and that's fine. And so long as they're respectful, that's absolutely fine. But I'm not keen on the ones who get aggressive about it, which doesn't happen very often, thankfully. Ah, yeah, Maik's right on that score. Right. The thing's crashed again. Why is this happening? It's very annoying. Definitely slowing things down to have to keep restarting this. It's never done this before. Put the fan back on while I do that. Does Lucian have any comments for Maik? No, he doesn't. Not yet. But I will add some at some point. And yes, he is a handsome sweet roll. Once was a hero named Lucien Flavius. Just waiting for it to load. Sorry about this, guys. Bum 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 bum. Sweet rolls. Delish. What's not to love about sweet rolls? Swirly roll treat thing. You mean a cinnamon roll? Or a Danish pastry? Oh, that'll be cute. So if you subscribe to the channel for... Oh, thanks so much for the follow, Dio Brando stand user. But yeah, if you subscribe to the channel, you get Lucian, a little Lucian face next to your name. And every month you stay subscribed to the channel, or after you hit various milestones for like 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 12 months, he gets a different hat. And I think it's the 9 months The 9-month subscription. So if you subscribe to the channel for 9 months, you'll get Lucian with a sweet roll on his head, which I think is one of the most adorable things ever. So, yeah. Anyway, Avery says, watch this patch for this time round. This patch is for the Creation Club camping file. That's camping. Which is really cool. I think it's cool. Lets you camp. I mean, it's not as extensive as Campfire, but I think it's a nice little implementation. Oh yeah, Nuna, we need to sort out why you don't have the Lucian face. It's not fair. We need to fix it. Yes, sorry, remind me on Discord sometime. Test. Right, that's working now. F is for friends that do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime at all, down in the deep blue sea. Nighttime by a campfire. Fancy a spooky story? Hang on, there's a car outside. Let's do it again without the background noise. Yeah, I think the problem is that your first badge, your founder's badge, is overriding it, but there should be a way, I think, to override the founder's badge to make it go back to the Lucian face. Is it compatible with Definitive Beauty Pack Mail add-on? No, there's no compatibility patches for various different packs. The only things you can use in order to change Lucian's appearance are either anything that changes the vanilla appearances will also change him, or any replacer files. I've not made specific things for specific add-ons. And yes, Bobzilla, I totally agree. It's about the personality, not the visual appearance to me. Hello, Samantha. Welcome to the stream. Right, let's try recording this line now. Nighttime by a campfire. Fancy a spooky story? Shall we finish that story I started? We got interrupted before. All right, then. Let's see what I can remember. Oh, that's a pity. What a waste of a good campfire. Was there something else, then? There we go. Bunch of lines done. Pop the fan back on. There we go. See you, Rossa J. Have a great time zone yourself. F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime at all, down in the deep blue sea. Will he be able to get married? No, that's unlikely. I have no plans to add marriage or romance anytime soon to the mod. It may be one day, might maybe happen, but it's certainly not the direction I'm planning on taking the mod right now. Watcher, yes, of course, Lucian, I'll wish you happy birthday. Let me know when it's your birthday and I'll see what I can do. Remind me, though, because I will forget. No, so you say that, and you're right. I would have to, yeah, if I started doing that for everyone, it would be a nightmare, but Watcher has been a long-term friend of the community. And of course, if anyone's earned a happy birthday from Lucian, it's Watcher. So of course I'll record it for you. Oh, yes, it is just my face at the minute. Thanks for letting me know, Petra. Otherwise, I'd have carried on like that forever. Thanks. No, but I get what you mean, Petra. Thanks for letting me know. Did I record that? I can't remember whether I'm just doing this for a second time now. I'm getting confused. Oh, well, potentially repeating, but hey. Any plans that add a quick command function to Lucian like Indigo has? No immediate plans. I might be able to do something with the resonance sphere eventually, if necessary. I think I did record that one twice. Might be able to do something with the resonance sphere, but I've got no immediate plans. I certainly won't be stealing Indigo's whistle functionality or anything like that. Letters. Yeah, no, not necessarily Lucian appears, but... Oh, hello, Dremon5757. Welcome to the stream. Ooh, an awkward fireside chat about relationship histories. That sounds fun. I wish I were there for that. To be a fly on the wall to hear about Indigo's past loves. Well, it wouldn't be Indigo, actually, in your story. It'd be Nerusa, wouldn't it? So, Nerusa and co. I don't think... You've not picked up Indigo yet, have you? There may very well already be a mod that adds the whistle to all vanilla followers, but Lucian is not a vanilla follower, so I would be very surprised if he did respond to that, and frankly, I wouldn't be able to support it if you tried to use it on him either, because that's liable to cause more bugs than it fixes. If you were trying to use a function to control vanilla followers on Lucian. Letters, yes, it would be something like that. No, Indigo. Sorry, Nuna. But yes, I very much look forward to reading that conversation when I do get around to it. Da 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 da. You is for you and me. That would be quite funny, Hawk, actually. I might well do that. So how many lines have we got? We should have 36 files. Yes, we do. Good. That's good. Right, so now we've done this. We've done all these lines. So the only thing left now is to record Lucian's spooky story. We have got 25 minutes left of the stream. It might not be enough. Lucian is absolutely not the sort of person who would get tattoos. They wouldn't suit him at all. No. But thanks for the suggestion, but no, that's definitely not his vibe. How did I make Lucian talk to Indigo? I had to splice his already existing lines. Yes, exactly. Smart Blue Cat was kind enough to provide a bunch of files of dialogue that was unused Indigo dialogue. He makes this available to people who want to do interaction patches with him. So he gave me access to that, which was super helpful. And so between that and the lines that already were in the game, I was able to splice them. But I find it really difficult splicing lines. I find it so tricky. I can't figure it. It's difficult. It's really hard because you have to search. You have to think, right, what kind of conversation am I going to have here? Is there an existing, like, do I have to then find a line that fits my conversation? But then that sounds shoehorned in. So the only way really is to build the conversations around lines that exist. But no, I don't know. No, I've got no plans to make any more follower mods anytime soon. No, I won't be making any more followers, and certainly not ones with Warpaint. That's not planned. Oh, bless Freya. I would love to give them more interactions, you know, but a man can dream. It would be an absolute dream to be able to actually record some original stuff for Lucian and Indigo to say, but, you know, have to have realistic expectations. Maybe one day, if I ever got lucky. We'll see. Right, I think what I'm going to try and do here, sorry, I'm already recording, assuming the sound thing hasn't packed up, and it hasn't, I think I'm going to try and record this story as a one-shot, and then edit it together. I think it's probably the best way to try and do it, all in one go, so I won't reply to your comments for a little while, so please don't panic. But then I'll catch up on the chat after it's done. So... Once upon a time, there was a young Khajiit named Jakalar. He was an inquisitive little kitten, always dashing off on some adventure or another. One day, when he and his family were camping in the deep, dark woods, Jakalar, as he often did, strayed too far from his mother. While he was wandering in the woods, he happened to stumble across a shiny gold coin. Aha! Jakalar thought. A fine treasure indeed. And he picked it up, popped it in his pocket, and turned to head back to his mother. But suddenly, Jakalar realised he didn't know where he was. He didn't remember these woods at all. He looked around him, hoping for something familiar, a tree he recognised or some feature in the bracken to jog his memory, but there was nothing. And that was when the whispering started. I'm going to retake that line there. And that was when the whispering started. One more take. And that was when the whispering started. Softly at first, distant voices murmuring in the night, too quiet to make out the words. At first, Jakalar was filled with hope. Perhaps his family weren't as far away as he thought. So he headed towards the sound, but as far as he walked, it didn't seem to get any closer. Behind him, a twig snapped. He spun around, but nothing was there. Then, a leaf crunched. He turned again, but again, nothing. And then came a growl, rasping breath right on the back of his neck. I'm going to take that one more time. And like Tiny Lucian, if you could just pop down there. In fact, let's just pause here and make sure it's all there, and we'll save. And we'll carry on from this point. And then came a growl, rasping breath right on the back of his neck. This time, Jakalar didn't turn... Oh, scuffed it. And then came a growl, rasping breath right on the back of his neck. This time, Jakalar didn't turn around. He just ran. As fast as his little paws could carry him, he sprinted through the night, and all the while, that rasping breath was right behind him, unseen claws skittering across the forest floor, a looming sense of terrible hunger closing in on him as he fled. Then, disaster! His foot caught on a tree root and fell! There's a mistake there. And he fell. And he fell. There we go. Ooh. Then, disaster! His foot caught on a tree root and he fell, face first into the undergrowth. And surely? What did I mean by surely? That's not the word I meant to write there. And surely it was on him. In a heartbeat. That's better. Then, disaster! His foot caught on a tree root and he fell, face first into the undergrowth, and in a heartbeat it was on him. He closed his eyes tight and waited for the end. And waited.
and waited. After a while, he opened an eye, and then another. No nightmare beast stood over him, but a man. Jakalar would never remember his face, but only those eyes, cold and empty as the void beyond the stars. He said not a word, but reached out a pale hand, and somehow, Jakalar knew what he wanted. He reached into his pocket and took out the coin. The man's hand closed around it, and his touch was living death. And then a hand fell on Jakalar's shoulder, and he turned to look into the worried face of his mother. "Jakalar, kitten, where have you been?" she cried. "Khajiit have been searching for you for hours."
I'm going to reword that slightly.
And then a hand fell on Jakalar's shoulder, and he turned to look into the worried face of his mother. "Jakalar, kitten, where have you been?" she cried. "Khajiit have been searching for hours." "This one was with..." Jakalar began, but when he looked for the man, he was gone. As his words ran dry, Jakalar took his mother's hand, and they walked back towards their campfire, and the night watched them go. The end. Was it true? I have no idea. But it's spooky, isn't it?
There we go, all recorded. There was music coming past before, which I may have picked up on the thing, so I may need to re-record stuff because there was music outside, so we'll see. But yeah. Dio says, every time we train Lucian, he levels up one level on that skill. Can someone answer me, please? Dio, there is a, I've written a whole guide about how Lucian's training works on my website. I'll just link it to you here. It explains absolutely everything you could possibly need to know about how Lucian's training works, including what you're specifically asking. So I won't get into that here because the whole thing is in an article for you. And here you go. I'm just popping the link in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Savannah. Hope you feel better soon. Bye. That doesn't sound fun at all. Thanks, Hawk. Thanks, Dactilla. Glad you like my Khajiit. Oh, thank you, Samantha. Glad you enjoyed the story. Sorry I had to interrupt it a few times. I just had to re-record some lines because it wasn't quite what I wanted. So I'm now going to listen back to it. Do I plan to stream Valiant Hearts The Great War at some point? Yeah, maybe. I'll have a look at it, certainly. It's really kind of you to get it for me. I don't really know anything about it, so I need to look it up and see whether it's the sort of thing that's suitable for me to stream. But I will certainly play it at some point, for sure. And I may very well end up streaming it. Right, let's try and break these lines down then. Oh, I'm always up for interactions, Lettuce, so long as you're happy to sort of produce the outlines of the conversations yourself, because obviously I don't know your character. I'm always happy for that sort of thing. Let me know, hit me up when you're getting near to release, and we can talk about it for sure. See ya, Shiva. Oh, not Shiva, sorry, it's Czech that's going. See ya, Czech. Glad Odie approves of the story, Shiva. Right, Once Upon a Time, and this is from Once to Some Adventure or Another. Actually, I'm going to specifically rename these Story, so we don't lose track of them. Story 1, there we go. Bit of weird breathing there. There you go. His family were camped. There we go. 2. Done. Sorry, I know you can't hear this. Oh, thanks so much for the bits, Vickle.
No, you're not going anywhere, Shiva. I'm just going to pop the fan on while I do this because it's getting warm again. That was really kind of you to be so generous with your bits, Vickle. I know you've cheered me a few times, and I really appreciate that. So thank you so much. It's always lovely when people cheer and sub and things. Helps pay my bills and buy me food and stuff. Where did we get to? Yeah, that was the second one. Where did this one go to? While he happened to stumble across a shiny gold coin. Aha, Jakela, I thought. So and he picked it up. So we go over to there. Thanks so much for the bits, Nuna. No, so the reason I try and record when I'm doing an extended scene like this, I try and record it all in one go in order to get the pacing right, so that there's the appropriate length gap from one line to the next. Skyrim always adds in a little bit of an extra gap of its own, but if I record them separately, I often end up with the lines being too close together, so he'll say one thing and then he just says another thing straight away, which is no good. So if you do it all in one take, or all in one go as much as you possibly can, that makes it sound a lot more natural. Well, that's not very nice, Hawk. You want to see me cry? Bit mean. Now hydrate myself, okay. There we go. Right. Bum. But suddenly, Jakela realised he didn't know where he was. He didn't remember these woods at all. Mother. Oh, gosh, Lettuce, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. 1,000 bits, wow. That's really generous. Thank you so much, Lettuce. That's honestly so kind of you, and I'm so grateful. Thank you. You are the best. Oh, and I got a little bumblebee emote as well. Thank you for the bumblebee, Lettuce. Dun. Ah! Jakela realised he didn't know where he was. He didn't remember these woods at all. There you go. Well, I'm glad you guys like it when I read you stories. There's a video coming at the weekend where... So Lucian has a prequel story called War's End, which is available on his website right now. It's called The Flavius Chronicles War's End. And I've recorded a reading of it. Me just sitting down in front of the camera reading it. Which I'm going to release on Saturday, I think, probably. Saturday's probably the day for it. So that'll be on my YouTube channel. So do check that out if you like me reading you stories. Because I'll read you another one. I've tried to make it nice and calm and everything, like a bedtime story. So you can listen to it in bed or whatever. I don't know. Maybe ASMR vibes. Whatever. I don't know. I tried to make it fun. There we go.
Well, then I will read it to you, Watcher, and it will be fine. Oh, and thanks for the heads up, Hawk. I'll probably try it first by myself before actually considering whether or not I'm going to stream it. Yeah, so I thought, potentially, depending on what you guys think of the idea and how well you like the video or whatever, I thought I might sort of do it as a kind of series thing. So do any... Because I've written loads of short stories, and they're all on my website. And I've obviously written a couple of novels as well. And I thought I might do some other readings of other things, of my other stories and of my other novel, maybe extracts from my novels. Whatever, really. I thought I might do reading videos on YouTube. So... Let me know if you like the video when that comes out. And we can see whether that's something you guys want. I actually really like this original take we did. I like how calmly I said it the first time round. I'm going to keep take 1. Right, so I'm going to have to end in the next 10 minutes or so, guys. So I probably won't quite have time to finish all of this on stream. But I will certainly not do another stream about this file. I'm going to finish it up. Because it's just, we've done all the recording and everything. It's just implementation and testing. So I'm going to finish it up and test it. And then, oh, hang on, what am I doing? That was when the whispering started. We got that far. I'm going to finish it up and test it. And then we will implement it and probably release it at the weekend. Possibly. Depending on how far we get. Softly at first, distant voices murmuring in the night, too quiet to make out the words. There we go. Da 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 da. Funad, yeah. Oh dear. Why do I keep opening that? We're not doing that at the moment. We're doing this. And then at first, hope. Perhaps his family went as far away as thought, so he headed towards the sound, but as he walked, it didn't see. It didn't seem to get any closer. Yeah, no, it is there. So to any closer. There we go. Yes, you are, Lettuce. You are #1 ranked on the bits leader, so I guess that does make you the server sugar mum. So, congrats for that. Thank you so much, honestly. It's so generous of you to cheer. Especially so much. This is really kind. Oh, back. Posture. Twig snapped. He spun around but nothing there, then a leaf crunch, turned around. There we go. And then came a growl. You know what? I'm going to park it here, I think. Because we've done a lot of it. We've done a lot of the stuff. Ooh. And it's gonna, I'm not going to finish in time, so I'm going to take this last 5 minutes to wrap up, I think. So I'm just going to pop the camera back. There we go. Any idea what you plan on working for the next modding stream once this is done? Yes, sure. Let's have a look now. Let's have a look at what the next... Because what I'm doing, I mentioned earlier, is I'm working my way through the Creation Club files at the moment. In order of release, skipping the ones that conflict with Legacy of the Dragonborn.
So the next one on that list, according to that, we've done Nixhound because that's included in the mod. We've done Shadowrend already. So the next one will probably be the Tundra Homestead Creation Club file, which shouldn't take very long to do because it should just be comments on the acquisition of the house and then the house itself. Should be a one and done in the stream. Should be able to start, write, record, and implement it all in the stream. But we will see. But yeah, Tundra Homestead will be next. Probably. But I might change my mind. This is the beauty of it. I might suddenly decide to do something else next stream instead. So yeah, I'm just going to wrap up then. So thank you all so much for watching. It's been really good fun as ever. It's been really lovely of you to keep me company. Thank you so much those of you who cheered and subscribed. It's honestly incredibly generous of you. And while we're on the subject of generosity, I do have a Patreon. I never want to pressure anyone in order to support me. Never want to pressure anyone to do that, but it does exist. I have a Patreon with a whole bunch of different perks on it. Including early access to my videos, so you get early access to that War's End stream I talked about earlier, and early access to the Lucian and Ori interactions video, which I've also got online there right now. That'll be releasing to everyone else later in the week, but it's currently already available early access on Patreon, which I'm just linking in the chat. Also early access to my stories. There's exclusive sneak peeks for future content, like Lucian the Dragonborn and stuff. What else is there? You can request custom names for Lucian to call you. If you want to do that, if you want Lucian to talk to you. Oh, hey, JK! Thanks for joining the stream. I didn't realise you were here. Thank you. Lovely that you watched. Yep, so there's all that. That's on Patreon. So do check that out if you're interested at all in having any of those perks or just supporting me. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. JK, by the way, I know I'm being slow. I've been super busy lately on the thing. But I'm going to do, actually, I was planning on doing some more work on that this weekend. So I will be doing some of that because I'm not filming Lucien the Dragonborn this weekend for once. So I've got some more time. So I'm going to dive into it. So hopefully I'll have something. I'll check in with you on Discord to let you know how I'm getting on with that because I made some progress. Yes, that's JK, by the way, in the chat. Jay Crojmel, who made Doomspathar and the Dark End mod. So do praise him because he's amazing. Very cool dude. Very talented at making stuff. But yes, and yes, as Hawk says, if you do $100, which is a pledge that I don't expect anyone to ever actually do, but it's there, I will sit down and do this sort of thing that I've been doing on the stream, but private, one-to-one with you, to just tutor you in writing, voice acting, and modding, whatever you want me to teach you about, that I can teach you. I'm very happy to do that. So yeah, that's at the top tier, but that's up to those of you who want to do that, which I don't think anyone ever actually will, but yes. Oh, hey, XP Grind, I'm just signing off, actually. Sorry to say hello and goodbye. But yeah. Oh, Letters Lag, that's so generous. Thank you. Thanks for the sub. That's really kind. Who got it? 6 Clits. Hope you enjoyed the sub, 6 Clits. Thank you, Lettuce. Right. I'm going to head off. I've got to go and have dinner. I'm going to crack on with implementing the rest of this dialogue and get testing on it, and I will be sure to ping the Discord and post on everywhere when it's released so that you guys know when you can download it and you can listen to Jakida. I always say Jakida, it's Jakayla's story yourselves. Okay, cool. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you all again soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye!